back, everybody. It is the Working Brother back at you with another talk. This time, yet again, we've got Soviet Bear. Soviet Bear, how you doing? Welcome back.
Well, I'm fine, thank you. How are you, my friend?
I'm excellent. I'm happy to be recording. I was supposed to be recording with somebody else who shall remain unnamed for now. Earlier
but he
today,
didn't show up.
He didn't show up. So instead of being tired for this recording, I'm fresh and full of memes.
Good.
Everybody who's new here, hi, welcome. This is a comedy show. This has nothing to do with the reality. Yeah. Subscribe button is right there. The like button is there as well if you happen to see something you like. Supporters, Patreons, thank you for supporting. We'll get to that later.
And people
Soviet
bought
Bear.
you some coffee? People bought you some coffee?
There was somebody who bought me like 15 coffees one day.
Wow.
I was like, wow. So wait, considering we're talking about that now, we might as well do this. So check out Working Brother on Patreon and buy me a coffee if you feel like buying me a coffee. Thank you for bringing that up, Soviet Bear. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Speaking of mugs, you wanted to show people your mug. It has to do with where's the guest? There we go. It has to do with today's topic, which is that the Russians are winning.
Yeah.
Мы победили. Мы победили. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. So let's get right into it, shall we? Russia is collapsing. And the clear sign of Russia collapsing is the fact that they now produce drones.
Helicopter drones.
Helicopter drones, not little like swarm drones, but like actual helicopter drones. What do you have to say about these new termite drones that are going to replace the Ka-52, I think, basically?
Well, helicopter strike drones, I think they have a little advantage over airplane type strike drones, because a helicopter drone can hover in the air and it can use terrain to its advantage. You know, it's a helicopter and it can hover in the air and like carry out missile strikes from like 6-7 kilometers away from the target, and it can hover. It doesn't have to be always in flight like a plane, airplane type drone. It's a helicopter.
Yeah, and basically not only the helicopter's range, but also it depends on the range of the missiles that we see here. And it's you know, as you said, it can stay away and not put people in danger. And the Russians have actually been using drones like crazy recently. But another thing that they've been using is fabulous bombs.
Fabulous bombs. Like fabulous 1500. Boom,
this is
kaboom.
This is a fabulous bomb, and these are Soviet bombs, right? These are like bombs from Soviet era times, right?
Well, they were produced in Soviet times, but upgraded with a glide module.
Yeah.
So they become fabulous.
Everybody who's new here, subscribe. I almost forgot about the prompt. Let's get into the memes, because today the first meme is actually not a meme. It's actually from the Institute of Study of War. Damn, this is outside of the coverage area. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this live on air. Maybe I can. There we go. Notional Russian dispositions if Russia wins. So this is the Institute of Study of War with a map of Ukraine and future Russian bases in Ukraine once Russia wins. So Russia's losing, yeah? And this is Russian propaganda.
Totally, yeah.
What do you have to say about, like, you have some memes. You sent me some memes. They're going to be hilarious for later.
Yeah, sure.
But what do you have to say about the fact that the narrative has totally changed?
Well, I think they, the Western mainstream, they cannot no longer hide the truth. They understand that they cannot fool people forever. Sooner or later, even the most brainless mainstream media adherers people who adhere to Western mainstream media narrative,
Hmm.
they will understand that they will start asking questions like, man, we spend so much money on Ukraine, why the fuck they are not winning, why the fuck they didn't go up to the 1991 borders. Yeah. And by the way, if
Hmm.
Ukraine is so obsessed with the 1991 borders, there are two simple steps of returning Ukraine to the 1991 borders. But there is a nuance, Step one, the Kiev regime surrenders, and step two, Ukraine joins Russia, and voila, 1991 borders. But there is a nuance. There is a nuance. It's a
It's
Soviet
within
now.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ukraine wants to return Crimea. Okay, Crimea is in.
Okay, I'm looking for some memes that you sent me, and I don't think I have all the
Yeah.
memes loaded, but I do have this
Mhm.
picture loaded. I came across this picture. This is a new Russian FPV drone. If you look here,
Oh,
these are
wow.
actual FPV drones that have huge
Hmm.
batteries on them and big
Yeah,
propellers. And for people who
yeah.
are into drones, you can tell how big this is by these screws, because these screws are standard size.
The weight of the
So the
payload is
Russians,
about like 50 kilos or 45 kilos.
yeah, this is a serious FPV kamikaze drone.
Yeah.
So the Russians are gonna lose, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally, yeah.
They keep losing by winning. Oh, I came across this
Yeah.
meme. People who follow me on Telegram and Instagram should know this. Europe, according to Vladimir Putin, and I see nothing wrong with this. Like this is exactly how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fascist Ukraine, fascist
Estonia.
poodles, poodles.
Oh,
And
poodles, yeah.
everything here is Serbia, basically. From
Oh,
Kosovo to
yeah.
Montenegro to Bosnia. It's all Serbia. As it should be.
Oh, well, Republika Srpska should be Serbia.
Yeah, it will be soon. That's what everybody's saying. Um, these are some of the memes that you sent me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, Master. The devil confused me.
This is Ukrainian, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
this is not so much a meme as much as the guy is a meme.
Oh,
This.
our friend Markus Reisner.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have spoken
yeah.
about Reisner before.
Yeah.
His what can
Yeah,
I say,
yeah.
man? He tries
Oh,
hard.
yeah, yeah. Natürlich.
He tries hard, but he doesn't succeed.
Yeah.
If anybody knows from our earlier coverage of Reisner, he's like there's an echo still. I'm still getting an echo from you. Hold on, can I do this? Maybe like that. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm not getting an echo. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, Reisner. He's colonel in
Colonel,
the
yeah,
Austrian
Austrian army.
Teachers University Army, something like that. And he's their main cope master. And this video is absolutely hilarious. Well worth the watch. He finally admits that Ukraine is losing. On the subject of Israel,
Oh, yeah.
this is a meme from, or like a political cartoon. I still can't distinguish the two. But this is from whenever, because this is always true and always has been true about Israel. Do you want to watch the Hamas tunnel video?
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
watch a
yeah.
Hamas tunnel video.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that Hamas has tunnels that are 4 kilometers
Yeah.
underground?
Mhm.
You know how far 4 kilometers is?
Mhm.
That's like 2.5 miles or something. Americans are going, okay,
Yeah.
not impressed.
Mhm.
What do you feel is going to happen there with all these things? Did you watch that? You shared that interview of Partisan Girl and the philosopher who cannot be named, who lost a daughter.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you watch that?
Basically, and philosopher who is, digging in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's digging in.
Yeah.
Okay. The video I shared, like Syrian girl partisan went to Moscow
Yeah.
recently. I didn't know that.
But did you watch the actual video with her, like the whole interview about like what Dugin was saying about three fronts and a second front and maybe a fourth front?
No, I didn't watch the whole video. Did you?
Yeah, I watched it. It was an excellent interview and an excellent discussion. He goes into the fact that, Hamas is basically a second front of Ukraine. And he says that even Liz Truss, the one that got lost to like a cabbage, like that died in political office before. Was it lettuce? Cabbage? I always mix them up. In any case, she lost to a lettuce, but she still realizes that Ukraine and Hamas are the same war. Did you see this tunnel that we're watching in the background? This is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the fact that, what's actually happening is a second front for the Ukraine war against the globalist empire?
Well, actually, yeah, it diverts a lot of money and attention from the Ukraine conflict. The US has to fight, like the globalist empire, not the US, just the US, has to fight now on two fronts. And honestly, Ukraine is important, but I think Israel is way more important for them than Ukraine.
Yeah, they're basically bought by Israel. I think that's one way to basically put it. Did you see the video of the Iranian drones filming the U.S. aircraft carrier group going through
I've seen
the
that.
Hormuz?
Yeah.
I think we should play it for people who might not have seen it because it's pretty funny. There's actually another video of a U.S. helicopter flying above this drone and filming the drone. But still, it's funny that the Iranians are keeping their drones in the sky that close to the Americans.
Yeah. Bro, please. I'm sorry I forgot to send you this video before we start recording, but could you please, maybe you could now please find the video where in Ukraine, the mud and the NATO vehicles, NATO light armored vehicles stuck in the Ukrainian
the
mud.
equipment?
Yeah. You know the video I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the video. But first, I'll try and find it. But first, I want you to talk about this so that I can go off screen and look for that. Because basically everybody's asking how come nobody's talking about Ukraine anymore. And the only thing that we're hearing from Ukraine is maybe we're going to talk about peace. And Russia's like, what peace? Russia doesn't care because it's winning.
Because we've already tried peace talks and they failed. So why we don't want Minsk 3.
Doc, why you think that's not an option for Russia? While I look for that video of the stuck tanks.
So negotiations right now are not an option for Russia because, first of all, how can we trust this puppet regime and their masters in the West, their globalist masters? First of all, they're for sure gonna violate any sort of agreements, any sort of peace treaty. It's the first. And second, where are the guarantees that the government and the regime in Kiev will not attempt a revenge in the near 5 or say 10 years, in the nearest 5 or 10 years? Let's see.
I found both videos. Let them save and I'll load them and then we'll continue with that. In the meantime, let's see what other memes we've got here. Oh, this is an excellent picture. How would you like to go to this party? I think we're all at this party, just nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah.
That is actually what is happening. It is Putin and Kim Jong-un taking the world for a ride. This is another one that you sent in. I asked you for Russian memes of stuff that's going around now. So what's this say? What's this about?
Don't touch it. This is for the New Year's.
Yeah, but what's the meaning?
I think Zelensky is trying to pull the fireworks, the fireworks cord.
Oh, it's a fireworks cord? I thought it was an electrical, like, kill yourself thing. I think he's trying to kill himself. No?
Maybe it's just an electrical cord, and he's trying to electrocute himself.
We did this. Oh, you sent this in. This was excellent.
Oh yeah, son, try this, like PPSH 41 instead of the.
Where's the
Blame
edited
Russia.
one? I thought I edited it. What? I didn't open the edited one? How is that possible? Anyway, a blame Russia button for everyone in case you want it.
They love to push it a lot, like blame Russia, press blame Russia.
I'm gonna have to turn it into a GIF and add it to like here where we've got this wait for Russians thing. Keep calm and wait for Russians. we need another one that says blame Russia. So yeah. This you posted the other day on your on your channel. I thought that was hilarious. People who try to act smart with genocide of babies. What can I say? I've got a little article here. Oh, let's do this times things, but first let's bring attention to the Israel implemented mass Hannibal directive on October 7th, says an Israeli pilot. For those that missed it, Hannibal directive is when you shoot at your Israeli captives so that they can't be used as hostages. And there's also witness stories of them being on tractors and getting shot at by a tank. An Israeli tank. So this is New York Times behind a paywall, and this is 12foot.io, not sponsored, but why would we be? And here is when we go through the 12-foot ladder over the paywall, we get to see what the New York Times has to say about Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. Now, you actually read this, Soviet Russian bear. Tell us what this says and how amazing it is to hear.
Yeah. Well, basically, if New York Times posts articles like this, they are admitting that the policy of sanctions and isolation of Russia has succeeded. Failed, but it's a comedy show, so it's totally succeeded. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. What can I say? The New York Times coming out and saying stuff like that is definitely a sign of the times. Let me see here. I want to do a shout out to everyone who's on Instagram and who actually follows my shares and so on. My 3 to 4 loyal people that like all the actual memes. Thank you very much. Some Serbian memes from the Serbian internet. They brainwashed you. Really? You can just put a Russian flag there and it'll be pretty much the same thing. For everyone that's bought me a coffee, thank you for buying me a coffee yet again. This meme is for you.
Yeah.
Coffee does keep this going, but I still have yet to withdraw any money from that thing. So there's that. This was funny. Saw this on the internet because it's voting season.
Serbia.
It's voting season in Serbia. So voting happened. Nothing really changed. This conspiracy theorist got a seat in parliament. So that's good. But he's as much of a conspiracy theorist as any controlled opposition can be. Also, this was for my other guest the other day, who also postponed. So come along, find me on Instagram. There should maybe be a link in the description below. We did the termite thing. Chochos. Dengi niet.
No money. And this sign means nothing, like in...
in Serbian it's šipak. I don't know how do you call it in...
we call Russian. It dula or figa.
Figa,
Yeah.
In Serbian it's šipak. It's like a vegetable or fruit or something like that. I don't know what it's classified as.
No, we call it fig or figu. Figu тебе.
Yeah. Excellent. Let me see. Is there anything more? Oh, and this one, is this actually from Medvedev?
Yeah.
Like
No,
Medvedev
no,
shared
it's not.
this? Oh,
It's not from.
Medvedev.
It's Photoshop.
Yeah, but it's not him who shared it.
No, no, it's not him.
But it's
It's
true.
like a Soviet. It's Soviet World War II poster. Like it says,
Mhm.
"Free Europe from the chains of fascist slavery,"
Yeah. It
and
still needs some
some.
freeing.
Yeah.
Still needs to be freed a little bit from fascist slavery. Is there anything else that we haven't covered that you want to touch upon?
Oh, did you find the mud video?
Oh, I did, but I didn't load it. Hold on. Let me put us, and then let me do this, and then let me do this, and then let me click stop.
There are actually two videos, one short,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
long.
yeah. I got both of them.
Mhm.
Let me just see where this folder is, and there we go. Stuck 1 and 2, and then we put them here. Everybody who's sticking around for these videos, thank you for your patience. Your patience has paid off. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
beautiful. When I saw this,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no fucking way. Like,
Open it,
aren't
open
these
it.
things aren't these things supposed to be fucking waterproof? Like, what the hell is this garbage that they're sending the Ukrainians? Like, I don't believe it. Like, if I was a Ukrainian now, like, and I saw this, I would just like turn and walk towards the Russians with my hands up and screaming Volga, Volga. Is that the thing? Is it Volga?
Yeah.
What's the frequency? Do you know the frequency already?
149.200.
There you go. Ask for Volga. Even if you're from the IDF, try Volga. But this is an unbelievable video. This is seriously like wow. And this is not much
It's a
better.
second video. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's a Humvee, there's a Kozak and Humvee, and
And this
to the
pickup,
left
yeah.
is a Kozak, and to the right is Humvee.
And oh, that's it. That's all there
It's
is.
a tunnel. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Those
Yeah.
two videos are definitely worth it.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
Yeah. And I've heard what Budanov is saying. You know who Budanov is?
Budanov sounds familiar.
Yeah. He's the head of the intelligence, and he says that the mobilized Ukrainian women, children, and elderly men are not effective, and people in Ukraine don't want to go to war even for money. He basically admitted it.
So basically, you're saying Budanov is Budanov is the Ukrainian or the Russian?
Ukrainian.
So basically, you're saying the Ukrainian admitted that nobody wants to go fight?
Yeah, even for money. And those who were forcibly mobilized, they are ineffective. They are surrendering en masse.
So you're saying he became a Russian propagandist?
Sort of, kind of, sort of. Maybe SBU will visit him.
It
And
wouldn't
the
surprise me.
Ukrainian propagandist Aristovich, what is he saying? Oh man, I'm surprised he's still alive.
Is he even in Ukraine?
I don't know, man. Who knows? Who knows where he is? But the stuff he has been saying recently, oh man, if he was in Ukraine, he would have been probably dead already or in prison at least.
He said something about the background that Putin was speaking against being like, the colors of Ukraine and how, like, Russians love Ukrainians, but Ukrainians hate Russians. And Dugin was also actually saying that as well in the interview with Syrian Girl, where he basically said, Russia's history of conquest consists of basically subduing other peoples, but not with hatred towards them. Like once you win and conquer them, you don't hate them anymore. You just let them be. But they're on your side now. You know what I mean? They don't
Yes.
hate them. Whereas the Ukrainian anger or like the Ukrainian goal or motive or whatever towards defeat of Russia is based in hate. You know what I mean? It's based in hate and racism.
Yeah.
Which is gonna fail. kind of like these guys are going to fail. This is the Iranian embassy in Armenia. Like what? The Iranian embassy in Armenia is tweeting mean pictures. This guy, everybody will remember this guy from our Nord Stream coverage. This guy is the foreign minister now of Poland.
Yeah,
everybody missed it,
bro. And oh, by the way, have you heard the news? Do you remember the Smolensk plane crash? Where the plane crash? I mean, where the former president of Poland, Lech Kaczynski, died. They are now retracting the story. They are backpedaling. Now they say it was an accident.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that news.
Yeah, basically, but why the fuck, bro? Because Donald Tusk is now prime minister again or something?
I don't know about that Tusk guy, but it's good that the truth finally came out. And it will for everything else as well, including the, Russians are evil and, Russians shot down MH17 and so on and so, or 3370 or whatever it was.
By the way, and feel the power of the fucking Goebbels-style Western propaganda machine. Nobody remembers MH17 anymore. But boy, oh boy, I remember 9 years ago, fucking everyone was blaming Russia.
Yeah.
So what? Later, it might even turn out that Russia didn't do nothing Russia is innocent, but who cares? Back then, this was an information bomb against Russia, and it worked. Who cares if later find out that Russia is innocent?
Yeah, like with most other things, including that thing that sounds like butcher. But let's not go into conspiracy theories. Let's talk about real stuff, like what's his name? Dmitry Polyansky, the Russian first deputy permanent representative to the UN. Ukraine has missed the opportunity to conduct a favorable peace agreement.
Now, absolutely.
Any possible
they had
deal
this opportunity
will
in spring
its
2022.
Yeah, basically. And that goes back to our other little meme that we had earlier. That this is the official stance of Russia. So then we have this little graphic here too, because our topic today is Russia's winning. So this is confirmed casualties, and I think the total, I can't see it here. Is it here at the bottom? There we go. 28,455 military personnel. Confirmed Russian casualties. How do you feel about that number compared to the possibly 1 million and probably closer to 1.5 or 2 million Ukrainians that have, probably died?
Well, I feel absolutely, I feel stunned, because if this ratio is insane, like 28,000 versus possibly 1 million, like, wow.
It puts that whole industrial figures idea that Martyanov always says into perspective. Yeah, it's crazy if like even half of both of those figures are true, or double the Russian and half the Ukrainian is true. It's still unbelievably, going good for Russia.
Yeah, because let's assume, even if Russian casualties are 50,000 dead and Ukrainian casualties 500,000 dead, it's like 10 Ukrainians for 1 Russian.
Yeah, and the ratio is probably even higher than that, which is insane.
It's
and
absolutely insane, bro. It's
not Ukraine. It's the West. It's it's NATO. All right, let me see if I have anything else here that I've got. Oh, we've got a meme from Putinger's cat. Putin-Gear's
Oh
cat.
yeah,
Everybody might know Putin-Gear's cat
Russophobia
on
is a candy.
where the
Yeah.
sufferer believes
Well,
Russia is both about to collapse and take over the world. How do you feel?
maybe it's not
Are you a
exactly Russophobia.
Russophobe?
It's
Are you a Russophobe?
no.
Because I believe that
I
Russia
am.
is going to take over the world.
I am. I am a. I'm a Russophobophobe. Let's put.
A Russophobophobe. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russophobes do have a particular way about them.
Yeah.
In any case, Soviet Russian Bear, I think we've covered enough memes to take up people's
Yeah.
time. We covered some
Yeah. Yeah.
topics that maybe they may not have heard about elsewhere. Is there anything else that we might have missed before we end this recording?
Oh, bro, not really. Well, yesterday I dropped a video about why I am for Putin, and yesterday this was Russian Strategic Missile Forces Day. So, strategic missile forces are the first type of forces that underwent the first type of the Russian military forces that underwent the modernization and rearming. They were the first, and the Russian strategic missile forces were put on the highest level on the high alert just after the SMO started. Yeah, and I think that the Russian strategic missile forces are the ultimate guardians of Russian sovereignty.
They
Yeah,
are, definitely. They are. I watched that video that you posted. It was actually a pretty
yeah,
good video. I was thinking about downloading it for this, but I didn't think you were going to bring it up. And about your voting for Putin, we're going to play that
yeah.
now. Why not? Because
Yes,
I
do it.
actually watched that video and it was actually pretty good. So let's
Take it away,
play that.
bro. Hello, everyone. This is Soviet Russian Bear, and exactly in 4 months, March 17th, 2024, there will be presidential elections in Russia, and Vladimir Putin already announced his nomination for candidacy, and today the United Russia ruling party has approved of his nomination. So, guys, I'm voting for Putin, not just because I'm his supporter, but because, and I would like to quote Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, it's not best to swap horses while crossing the river. Yeah, exactly. It's not yet a good time to change president because we are in the middle of a war, of a hybrid war waged against Russia by the United States and all of its allies. So it's obvious that I'm for Putin because I've seen people who want him out, and as long as they want him out, I want him in. He must stay in the Kremlin in power as long as possible, because he hasn't finished his job yet. He hasn't finished it. He has to win. And we are in the middle of crossing the Rubicon. This will show, is Russia a regional power, or is it in the same league with China and the United States? Putin must win, and Russia must win. And sorry, Putin haters, I'm not turning on him. He's still the best president since the collapse of the Soviet Union. And throughout the history of Russia, he will go in the same tier as Peter the Great. Yes. But anyway, this has been Soviet Russian Bear.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I especially like the part where you were like, if those people want him out, I want him in. You know what I mean? We had a similar thing here with some very suspicious democratic forces in the recent parliamentary elections. But in any case, so you're gonna vote for Putin for sure, yeah?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
All right.
And
go on.
can you also play this strategic missile forces video? No.
No, that would be another like 5 minutes to find it. But I am gonna leave Medvedev up in the background as we do our outro, hoping that we have a new year with a freer Europe soon.
Yeah.
Everybody who stuck around to the end, thank you for sticking around.
Thank you.
There will be more.
For having me.
Like,
Thank you
share.
for having me, bro.
No worries, man. You're always welcome. And also check out his links. There's a link to his Telegram, a link to his YouTube, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Everyone, see you later. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Ciao,
До
ciao.
свидания.